Hello everybody, welcome to a Napoleonic update, and I haven't done one of these for a while because I haven't painted any. In fact, these are the first cavalry, Napoleonic cavalry, I think I've painted in 2 years. That's what it did to me last time. So if you follow the Plastic Crack podcast, or if you follow the channel, you know I'm not a big fan of painting Napoleonic cavalry. Now, that's for a number of reasons, and I can't even really put my finger on a main one, but I think it's just to do with things like uniforms and just all of the sort of details on the horse. Now, I like the finished product, I like how cavalry work in the game, but for some reason I just don't sort of enjoy the process. However, if you watch the Plastic Crack podcast, we all made these hobby resolutions, New Year's hobby resolutions, and mine was that by the end of 2021 I'll have painted all my outstanding Napoleonic cavalry, and I have about 96 more to go, and that's a mixture of British and French stuff. So this was the first one I thought I'd tackle, and this is the French Napoleonic Chasseurs à Cheval from Perry. This is the set. I bought this at Salute when it came out in 2018. Yeah, I think it was 2018, and it's just sat there and I haven't done anything with it. So I thought I'll start with them because it's Perry and they look like nice models, and I decided to paint these up as Italian so I can start bolstering out my Italian brigade. And so this is the third Italian Chasseurs à Cheval regiment, and this is the elite company, or the elite squadron. Now, there's probably a few uniform faux pas I've made in here. I've tried to follow the colour scheme that I found through the research, but I've probably made a few uniform errors here, maybe with the parts that I stuck on, because like all Perry sets you get loads, but they will do for me, so I'm pleased with these. I also like them because I wanted to paint something that wasn't just green and red, and I like the orange. It stands out quite well. So they are well, they're Perry miniatures. What more can I say, really? You know what you're getting with Perry. They're a nice set. I decided to do 3/4 of the horses as chestnut. I read sometimes I read things that say all the horses were the same colour. I don't want to do that for a regiment or for a unit. I'll paint them as the majority of that, and then I've painted a few other colours just to represent maybe some last minute losses, and the riders couldn't get replacement horses, or they've had to make do, whatever. I think I just need to break it up a little bit. So there is the unit leader, the colonel or the captain, and the trumpeter, and then we have all the troopers. Now, the base of these has all been done with contrast paints, so the horse is dead easy to do with contrast paints. The chestnut is done with Gore-Grunter fur, and no highlighting on that at all, and then using the Black Templar and Basilicanium Grey for the manes and the tails, and then the other horse colours were just done with by picking out sort of greys and blacks, really. So I'm quite pleased with how they've come out. The uniforms on the riders were done with a base of Dark Angels green, the contrast, and then I used intermediate green, which is a Vallejo colour, just to highlight that up, and then I just used a sort of darker orange and then a light orange on there. But I'm considering putting together a tutorial on my lancers and how I do them, so because I've got so many to paint. But no, I did actually enjoy. So these took me, so I stuck these together on the stream a couple of weeks ago, so these took me just over a week. Basing scheme is fairly straightforward, nothing really exciting. I've kept it in line with everything else I've done, which is basically just a muddy, messy field, not many tufts. So I put down my ground covers, I put down some static grass, and then I fill in with the Vallejo thick mud paste, and make sure that I put it also on the horses, up their legs, on the undersides, and on the legs of the riders, to actually just show that some dirt is getting spattered up. I always have a bit of a thing about when people make really lovely looking muddy bases. They look great, but you've got a really clean model walking through it. It just sticks out a little bit. And while the model may look amazing, but painting's amazing, I just want a bit of mud up the trousers. And also, which is quite handy. You can use it to cover any mistakes that you've made. So yeah, here we are. This is the first of hopefully many this year. I say that, and we shall see what happens. As always, I'll leave some photos up at the end, and I hope you're all staying well, staying safe, and I will see you guys all again in the next one. Oh yes, actually before I go, if you saw the poll on which game we're going to play next, Black Powder won by a country mile. I think there are about 210 votes cast, and over 60% of them were for Black Powder. Followed, I'd say closely, but it wasn't really closely at all, by Test of Honor. But so the next game will be Black Powder. We'll be using these guys, so there'll be some cavalry action. I'm not going to paint them and then not use them, and hopefully we'll get that in the next couple of weeks. So anyway, in the meantime, stay safe everybody, and I'll see you guys all again soon. Cheers.